Hi everyone. I just wanted to show you what happens if you run into problems with your CNC add-on for your laser add-on for your CNC. I know it's been a while since I posted anything. I was working pretty hard for a craft fair for a little while, and then decided to take about a month and a half off. Came back, and suddenly my laser didn't work anymore. So I wanted to show you what processes I went through to figure it out. I still have to figure out the solution, but I figured out why it's happening. So I just want to show you. I'm going to flip the camera here. So my add-on here is, I used to have, if you remember, I used to have an endurance laser. I swapped it out for a 7.5 watt laser with a bit different design. It's got a black buck built on, this is the control board. And this little control board, it's about two fingernails big, takes the place of all of my previous stuff before. So basically, all of the stuff that I had before is now in this little one here. So it's it's pretty cool. The endurance laser is still working fine. I just decided I wanted a smaller profile and easier to mount. So anyway, came back from my self-imposed vacation, wasn't working, couldn't figure out why. So anyway, I wanted to check. So this cable is power and TTL wires. The TTL, if you remember, is what sends the signal to turn the laser on, off, on, off. Power is, of course, just the power. So this goes in and it goes back all the way through my wire cable, all the way through, comes out, goes into my CNC control box right there. Now, ignore that wire coming out there. That's just a temporary problem-solving wire. But what I did was, inside, there is a breakout board that was attached to port 3, if you remember from my other videos. And I had the wire, pins 17 and 18, where I had this wire coming off. That was the TTL wire that sent the signal. So what I wanted to make sure of is that this wire wasn't broken or something happened to the wire all the way along. So the easiest way to do that was I just set up a little patch cable that I connected to this, and all I'm doing, I'm going to set this down just so you can hopefully see it okay. Let's try and, so basically what I'm doing, I'm taking the two wires and I'm using a little AA battery. The TTL wire is only a wire for, that's between 0 and 5 volts. So you don't actually need much in terms of power to turn this off and on. So what I wanted to find out was I wanted to test everything after this wire. So all I'm going to do, I'm just going to attach the wire onto the appropriate terminals, positive, negative, and you can't see it because so that's all I'm doing there, but you'll see in a second, when I do that, I touch these wires together, there's my laser on off, okay? And that's 1.5 volts in that battery, and it's connected to that wire, so that tells me that everything from all the way through, including my laser and including my my control board on the laser, is all okay. So that only leaves one thing, and that is actually two things. My Ethernet smooth stepper, port 3, because my CNC is working fine. So my Ethernet smooth stepper has got something wrong with it, or the breakout board, or something changed in my settings so that there isn't enough signal getting through. So that's where I'm at right now. I know there's not enough TTL signal getting through, or there's no signal getting through, one of the two. But I know that power is good, I know that the laser diode is good, I know that the laser board is good, and I know that all the cabling all the way along is good. So that is a very simple solution to try to figure out if everything is working. Had that test not worked, then I would have been okay with my control board. My control board would have been okay, but anything down here could have been a broken wire, it could have been the laser diode, could have been the laser board. I would have had to do a lot more troubleshooting, but this solved my solution, solved my problem in terms of figuring out what the problem was. Now I have to find the solution. Now more to come. Take care.